Shalom, shalom. Call Halayim La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone to teach and rule well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. I'm Brother Tazwa. I'm coming at you from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. This lesson's going to be going into Blood Moon Passover. Okay? Now we know around the time of the Passover, things get serious. The Lord plucks up what he have not planted. All right. The Lord sends out judgment. The Lord punishes. Okay. He severs the wicked from among the righteous around this time. All right. He had a lot of things that already happened before Passover even happened. Before Passover even came around, you know. A lot of guys fell out. A lot of guys were brought down. A lot of guys, you know, the Lord exposed. All right. And it's only going to amp up. It's only going to get more detailed, you know, throughout the year. But if you're still here and in the truth, still got the true names, still teaching the right doctrine, all right, give thanks unto the Lord, YAHAWASHI. The Lord has shown favor unto you, unless you be one of those wicked niggas that the Lord is reserving for a greater judgment. All right? Otherwise, give thanks unto the Lord because he has kept us and maintained us. You know? We're going to get right into it with some scriptures. Right here in the book of Acts, chapter 2, and verse 19. And I will shew wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire, and vapor of smoke. Okay? Blood, fire, and vapor of smoke. You're going to see a lot of bloodshed. You're going to see fires. There's a bunch of wildfires going on here in America, man. Which is a pre-indicator of... It's an indicator of what's going to happen. A foreteller. A forerunner of what's to come. This whole country's going to be burning soon, man. The Lord say, I'm come to send fire on earth, but what will I be kindled already? Okay? So, that's physically and spiritually. These people are divided in America. Okay? And then physically, their land is also actually burning. Okay? Scorching from forest fires. A lot of people dying in these forest fires. A lot of homes being destroyed. A lot of property being destroyed. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before that great and notable day of the Lord come. Now, we've seen a few blood moons, but the fact that there's going to be a blood moon on Passover is even more telling. Okay? This is a great sign from above. A very great sign from above, man. All right. So it said the moon shall be turned into, and the moon into blood before that great and notable day of the Lord come. And they call those dark red moons, or those lunar eclipses, they call them blood moons. Okay, and it's been called blood moon for ages, since ancient times, man. So I goes to show you the Lord ain't playing around. He's saying this thing is about to get turned up to the max. All right, and if you're not ready, I highly advise you get ready fast. Prepare spiritually, because there ain't no amount of physical preparation going to get you ready for what's coming. You need the Lord. All right. You need salvation. We need salvation, man. Okay. Well, on the Passover, you know. Matter of fact, let's grab it. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse This is the book of Exodus chapter 12 and verse 12. Well, we'll start at verse 8. In fact, we'll start at verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper doorpost of the houses wherein they shall eat it. Alright. And the blood of what? The blood of the lambs, man. The scriptures say you got to take of that blood. Take that blood of the lamb that you're going to cook, right? And strike it on your doorpost. Meaning wipe it on your door. It says, and strike it on the 2 side posts. I mean on the sides of the door and on the top of the door. It says, and on the upper doorpost of the houses wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. So this is the Passover meal that you're supposed to eat. This is the Passover dinner, the Passover feast. This is what's on the menu of the feast of the Passover. It says, eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water. All right, so don't try to season it. Okay, don't eat it raw. Don't try to marinate it. No, man, this isn't a fancy dinner. Okay, this isn't a 5-star all-you-can-eat buffet. No. All right, this is a serious feast. This is a serious it's a serious day, a high holy day in the eyes of the Lord. Many things were taking place on the Passover. Israel was delivered, and the Lord Yahawashi gave himself for his people, for us, for Israel. It says, eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire his head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. Let's grab the definition of pertinence, so you know how to cook a lamb. Now, if you can do this to the T, that's perfect. But we know that we're just rehearsing the righteous acts. We're not going to be able to get it down pat properly. Some brothers can't afford a whole lamb. Some brothers can't even cook, really, you know. Some brothers don't know how to make the unleavened bread. There's certain ways, you know, that you can get unleavened bread. There's unleavened bread they sell in stores. You just pray over it. Cook the lamb. Brothers usually grill the lamb on a grill outside, you know, because it's supposed to be roasted with fire. So it's best to do it on a grill. If it's possible, got any brothers that have a grill, try to grill it outside. All right, it says pertinence is an archaic noun that means the entrails, pluck, or viscera of an animal. It can also refer to the liver, heart, and lungs of an animal. So it says, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. All right, so don't let any of the lamb remain until the morning time. And if it does remain until the morning time, burn it with fire. Don't eat it. Burn it with fire. Because if the Lord gives you something to do, you should be trying to keep it perfectly. Okay? A lot of times, Jake will try to keep what's left. The Lord tell Jake to eat what he gave you, like when the Lord brought manna down from heaven. Or told Jake to not to store it in their houses. Okay? Don't store it in your houses. Eat it now. Don't save it till tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll give you more. Just don't save what's left for today. You know? And Jake was still doing that because they wanted food so bad. They were being greedy. You know, they will save it till the next day, and they'll wake up and it'll be worms and maggots and flies and a putrid smell all over the camp of Israel, because then they'll know somebody kept it, somebody disobeyed. Okay? It says, and thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover, Yahawashmi's Passover. okay, you're going to eat it with haste. This ain't some fancy little dinner. This ain't something you can go get together and laugh and chuck and jive like some niggas over the lamb and the unleavened bread and bitter herbs. There's a reason the herbs are bitter. This is a form of mourning. All right, you ain't supposed to be enjoying yourself too much, man. Brothers get together. We eat on the Passover. Brothers keep their shoes on their feet, keep their loins girded, their staff in their hand. You know, at least brothers used to keep staffs in their hand when we first started. You know, but a lot of brothers ain't got staffs anymore. If you can get a staff, they make a staff. You know, we use thick wooden sticks as staffs. All right, we're rehearsing the righteous acts, so it's like rehearsal. Kind of like you're at like a play. This is the Lord's movie, so that's why it's important to play your part in the Lord's movie, man. It says, "And thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord YAHAWASHI's Passover." So the Lord told you how to keep the Passover. So there's no reason you shouldn't know how to keep the Passover. Niggas at the strip club doing whatever the hell they want to do. No, man. There's no reason that you should be that you should know what to do on the Passover. All right. There's proper etiquette in doing things. Don't just cook a lamb in the oven or fry a lamb on the grill or in the stove or bake a lamb in the oven, whatever. Sit down and eat and watch movies and shit with the bros. No, man. Brothers be eating on the pad. Brothers don't even talk to each other, man. We are eating and meditating on the seriousness of that day. The things that took place on that day. You got to be a visionary. Imagine yourself being in the wilderness on the run, fleeing from Pharaoh and his soldiers, and you have to hurry up and eat this food. The Lord said, keep this Passover. Okay? When Jake was keeping his Passover, they was on a run, man. Jake looking over their shoulder and shit, trying to force the food down, hurry up and get the food down. So that's the seriousness of this thing, man. Because we were on the run. So get ready, because the Lord is about to deliver us again from the shadow of Egypt, from these devil's hands. All right. It says, "For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn." The Lord's about to do a great thing. He's smiting all the firstborn. All right, which is a king's inheritance is his firstborn. His son is going to inherit all of his possessions, his kingdom. Okay. It says, "Both man and beast." The Lord smote man and beast, the firstborn of the man and the beast, man. "And against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord, YAHAWASHI, saith the Lord, man." Okay? So the Lord say, this is what he gonna do. Because he's the Lord, he gonna do it. It says, and the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. Upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt. All right, so that's what Passover really means, is for the Lord to have mercy upon us and spare us. Okay, that's why brothers get together and they apologize to each other, seek forgiveness from one another before the Passover. Okay, so that they can be found blameless and innocent, on this time, because the Lord is looking for that blood to be covering you. Okay, like the scriptures say here, Revelation. Because that lamb is really Yahawashi, Mashiach. Alright? And that's what's protecting us. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12 and verse 11. "And they overcame him, And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. Okay, the blood of the Lamb. Who's the Lamb? YAHAWASHI Mashiach. By his blood, we overcame. We're going to overcome Esau, Edom. Okay? Or we'll only be those men. It says, and by the words of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Okay, so that's what the elect is. Those that didn't really love their life unto their deaths. Okay, because of the wickedness in this place. Like just Lot. He was vexed with the wickedness of this place, man. He hated this place. And that's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be, if you love this world, if you fancy this world and the lust thereof, and you got a part in it, you're playing your part in this world, guess what? You might not be that elect, man. You might need to really consider your ways and turn back to the Lord. How about SHAMAIWAN fast before it's too late for you? All right. But it says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. So we're going to need the blood of the Lamb once again to be passed over. For the Lord to pass over us. All right. And have mercy and spare us. If Jake didn't put that blood on their doors, guess what? They caught that judgment too. So Jake ain't even recognizing the Son, YAHAWASHI Mashiach. They're not even recognizing the Lamb. How can they use the blood of the Lamb to be saved? Okay. So that being said, man, just examine yourselves, examine your hearts around this time, and your mind, and your actions, and see if you're in the spirit. Okay. See if you're really following after YAHAWASHI's ways. If you really trust in the Lord. If you kissing the Son. Okay. Sit with your brothers and counsel about these things. Counsel of what's going wrong and what could be better. You know. Because this is no joke, man. This truth is not a game. And you will find out very soon if you don't, you know. If you haven't found out yet, you will find out very soon. This truth is not a joke. Okay? But with that, I truly hope this quick lesson was edifying to you. I keep an eye for listening to truth and sincerity. Remember, there's gonna be a blood moon. This is a very great sign. This could very well be the year that everything ends here, man. You know, shit could really kick off this year, and this blood moon could be the sign of that, a signification of that. So prepare your hearts and prepare your minds, man. Brothers need to be ready at all times. You never know when the last camp gonna be. So treat every camp like it is the last. Do as much work as you can, because the night cometh when no man gonna be able to work. You know. With that, I'll give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Shalom.